cooperative extension service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna, and this morning we're visiting with Andrea Stith. She's the Barren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, Joanna. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad you're here because the fruit trees are blooming as well as everything else. Is kind of why I sound like this morning. But there are some things that we need to do to kind of prepare all season long with our fruit trees.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially homeowners, don't realize that there are things that need to be done before, bloom time, before buds are popping, to help prevent diseases and insects from just wreaking havoc on your orchards. So I've had a lot of calls this year. I don't know about you, but I've already had a lot of calls. And for some things, it can be a little too late because a lot of the diseases, once you get them, there's not really anything that you can do for them. So you need to have a fungicide plan ahead of time to kind of prevent the diseases and insects from coming in. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about some of the resources that are out there for homeowners to kind of see what they need to do and when they need to do it and what they need to be spraying things with. So there's a bunch of different publications that UK offers for a variety of different fruit crops. We have guides for apples, which is the big one. I've had so many questions on apples, on varieties, on pruning, on diseases and things already this year, and I'm sure it's just going to increase. A lot of people also don't realize that in Kentucky, our weather impacts this so much. I don't know about you, but humidity in Kentucky is a huge factor, and I just sometimes appall it. But it can cause more of the disease impact in Kentucky than some other states experience because we have a higher moisture and higher humidity levels. So the diseases can actually be more of a concern here for us than people realize initially.
But it's really hard to predict because, we cannot predict the weather. So a preventative spray program is probably the way to go. And Andrea, if I'm looking at my own home orchard, I haven't hit some of those. And so should I give up or should I pick up and continue out through the rest of the season?
So I would recommend that you pick up and continue on, because just because you have one of the diseases or one of the issues doesn't mean that you have all of them that could impact it. So if you pick up that plan and start from where we are now, you can increase the production rate or maybe decrease the amount of disease and impact you have the following year. And also sanitation in orchards is very important. So if you see that disease or you see that damage, make sure you're getting it out of there in a safe way and just getting rid of it. Don't compost that, don't put it back into your garden, just kind of remove it completely to kind of reduce that impact that you're having on the environment and in your own orchard. So if you remove all the disease, you're going to decrease the population the following year. It's very important as well.
And there's some things, preventative things that we can do, like thinning, to make sure we have good airflow. Hopefully pruning, we're kind of past that point, but thinning is still important. Keeping a weed-free environment in our orchard.
Reducing the weeds is very important because some of the insects and things don't come in until after the weeds are there. So if you keep the weeds down, you won't have as bad of an issue with it. But there's a lot of different publications out there. If people have questions and they're not clear about what they need to be doing or when they need to be doing it, we have simplified guides. So this one is talking about just backyard fruit in general, all the different types. And then we go a little bit more specific. We have ones for the apples, we have ones for grapes, we have ones for peaches, and the brambles and berries as well. So it's a lot of different resources are out there. So if you're not clear on what you need to be doing, definitely call your extension office, get in touch with your agent and find out, make a plan, make a fungicide spray plan for yourself and kind of get in on what you need to be doing. So that way next year you will have a better crop.
And Andrea, there's a lot of products out there. Some people say, well, I didn't bargain to actually spend this much time on my, couple trees that I have in the backyard.
Right.
So they do sell some, broad spectrum, all-purpose type sprays. Now, it's probably not going to be as effective. Is that correct? But it still helps?
Yeah, it's not going to be as effective. And actually, sometimes those can be even a little more expensive than some of the specific ones you're just hitting during the right time of year because you're spraying more than you need in that instance. So sometimes doing a cost analysis is important as well. Is it going to be cheaper in the long run to buy the individual things or to buy that all-purpose? But both options are out there.
And the amount of work, if you think about it though, if you think about the amount of work and the sprays that you have to use in Kentucky to be able to raise some of these crops, it might be cheaper to go and support your local orchard.
Market and the orchards, yes. So fruit is not one of those things that you just plant and walk away from. And a lot of people don't realize how much work that fruit production takes. So also do a little reading before you plant things and find out what the process is going to be and how much
work you're going to have to put into it to have success.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the information, Andrea. And if you have questions about backyard fruit production, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Barren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.